Hello and good day. Today is the time to finally unlock one of the best dragons in DML, Mr. Beautiful White Whale. So of course we've got this solo adventure going on at the moment, and if we collect one more gold, which we have, there we have a Mr. White Whale. So usually I can't really do solo events, so I'm happy that out of all of them I actually got that dragon. Because some people don't like him. Yeah, he might be a little bit ugly, but he's got a nice charm to him, you know what I mean? Like, he's a very cute looking dragon, so we'll pop him into our hatchery and then wait 21 hours to see him in-game. Look at that baby! Oh my goodness, that is a cute looking baby! The other dragon that I am super duper close to actually unlocking, which we may unlock right now, oh we're so close, what a way, is Mr. Dynamo. This is my actual favourite dragon from this new event, so Mr. Dynamo, do you think we can get it in one chest? It's not going to happen, is it? No. We're so close! We're so close! I just need to wait for the next dungeon reset, open some more chests, and then we should be good to go, really. Because we are at 1600 KOs at the moment, and obviously getting over 2000 stepping stones per run, unless I get super unlucky, means that we can open up a purple chest every time, which means at least, you know, over 10 tickets every single time. And there's the chance of getting, what is it, 25 in them now? Which I did get once. So some good luck in the dungeon can definitely make a big difference. But, you know, this just is one of those things where if you have a good dungeon team ready, and in my case I've been using Emerger and Lantern a lot now, you can actually get a lot of KOs a lot easier. And I did want to grind out this week since I was more available, so that is a good thing. But with it being Friday, we also have Whale Mart here, and in it we do have premium sigil chests, we've got some pieces for Guppy, and we've got some enchantment tickets, which you should definitely take. And the other thing we've got are relics of breeding, and these are going to be really good if you want to go for Ikez, obviously. Because Ikez being the ancient market dragon, not in there, ancient market, means that if you actually buy his token, it activates immediately. So, as I've been saying for like the whole event, you need to try and get as many relics as you can. So breeding relics, hatching relics, and extra den relics. And plus, since we've got a new dragon coming next week in a breeding blitz, some people have opted to try and go for Ikez now, like over the weekend, which if you're gonna get O1 anyway, might as well. But definitely worth taking up all of these. The other things that I might take out of the ancient market would be VIP tickets and arena energy. Honestly, if I wanted to go for an arena run, getting 9 extra arena energy for pretty cheap is definitely going to be worth it if you want to go for like a crazy run there. But I mean, you could do whatever the heck you want, it's just those are the best ways to do it. And we are also super duper close to unlocking O1. You can't really tell from this without me opening up another chest, but I think we're 20 away now, which means that pretty much at the start of week 4 we should have O1, we should be able to hatch it and then start breeding for that new dragon in the breeding blitz. So lots of new dragons coming. And the other thing is I'm currently at 2,173 talismans, which means that in, well, under 900 talismans we will be getting our hands on Zolto. Assuming that nothing happens to my account within the next 3 days, we should have Mr. Zolto, which I actually really like Zolto's design, but you know, anyone that's asking, how did you get all those talismans? It's genuinely just been dungeon grinding. I picked this dungeon because it's the fire dungeon week. Last week I was super tempted. I gemmed, I think it was 2 runs just to try and get to a higher KO boost. Realistically, I should have just waited for this week, but you know, it's always a risk where you're gonna wait and then potentially you could get a better dungeon week like Fire Week, or you might not. But in our case, we'd already had Burnout Week. I'm thinking, you know, I think the chances of us getting a Fire Week are probably pretty high, so I'm gonna hedge my bets, and thank goodness I did. And also leveling up Saini to the same level as my main team has been really, really helpful because Saini gets ×2 KO bonuses in the dungeon, which means he can use fire and get the weak attack quest done, and he's getting ×2 on all of them. The only problem is trying to swap in dragons like this into your main team when you're doing dungeon runs. But, you know, we've been giving a lot of advice to any newer players that, you know, not sure what to do with their dungeon teams and things like that. And it's not the simplest thing in the world to try and work out, especially when you've got so many things to think about, like, do I need a water dragon? Do I need an earth dragon in there somewhere, like a second water dragon? Do I need a second earth? I don't think you really need a second earth dragon ever. But double water can definitely be helpful. If I had a second water dragon in my team, that would definitely help. But I don't. So it just kind of is what it is. I'm really desperate for another water dragon to be in my main squad, but then it'd have to be a divine. So that's why at one point I was considering Freya, as in the one with light and water, because Freya, even though he doesn't have the highest stats ever, he's definitely a solid pickup for a lot of people. AoE in terms of light and water. But, you know, these are max level or close to max level dragon goals, so it's going to be a very long time before we finish off all of the elements that we need, because we've got a lot of food to get collecting again. Like right now I've got 50 million food, well 46 million food, and getting back to 500 million food is going to take a very long time, as you would expect. But yeah, I would say that overall I guess my general thoughts on this current event, I don't think this event has been too bad. I'm not worrying about my Motu because that was a really bad change that they did with, you know, doubling gem cost. But I think overall this event was a pretty standard, solid one. Yes, there's still a lot of grinding to do, but if you just save up a lot of gems, even if you're a free-to-play player, you can get what you want out of this event. So I guess that's just what I'm trying to say, you know, if you ever give up on these events because they seem impossible, I get VIP 20 benefits, so don't get me wrong, I definitely get a lot of benefits over free-to-play players, but the thing is, even though I haven't spent any money in many months now, I'm still able to generate enough gems, mainly from the ruins. And I think this is a really important part of the game for getting bonus gems, because even though it's RNG, it genuinely stacks up to a ton, like over a month's time or a couple of months. So I think focusing on getting your ruins unlocked is really important. Even more important than it used to be. So, yeah, well, before I guess it was okay, it wasn't fantastic, but genuinely now I love the ruins. Even though initially when the change came out I was a little bit apprehensive, but I do like this feature. And I know that people have been asking about weekly jackpot a lot. They're just not really touching it at the moment. Maybe soon. Maybe when we get clan reworks. Maybe if we ever get arena reworks. It's never gonna happen, is it? Oh, they're still looking at the data for the arena. Oh, I never thought I'd be saying that I missed the old arena, but genuinely I long for it. Well, mainly the enchantment side, because we just got so many more materials and that. But anyway, we didn't have as high of an enchantment level back then though as well, so maybe our thoughts would be different. And we've got sigils now, of course, but enchanting is a massive pain. That's the only thing I need to make... Oh my god, I can do it! I'm gonna enchant. I was just talking about that, and that's exactly what I needed. Thank you, Mr. Enroder. But anyway, that was my little rambling today, I suppose. I guess I just wanted to let you know my general thoughts on this event, since, you know, we're coming towards the later stage of this event now, this ancient event, and then we'd be expecting a primal event going into a divine event. So, primal event, if it stays the same, it's going to be super pay to win money only, so we can save gems during that. And then divine event, well, that could be anything since it's going to be the final major event, so I'm not assuming anything. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me here today. Good luck with all of your chest openings and any other ancient stuff that you've got planned, and I do hope that I can see you again soon.